Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Supernatural Selection. Are you an independent creator? Do you have a webcomic or an Etsy store? Do you 3D print things? Or are you just looking to get some word out for your Discordian cabal with social terrorism? Well, we'd love to help. And David, I believe you've got some details about how we can help.
Why, certainly. If you go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, that is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, you can learn how to advertise with us.
That's right. I believe the rate is $2 per episode. You can't beat that with a stick.
I mean, trust me, we've tried.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's literally cheaper than dirt.
Mm-hmm. And best of all, if you're not sure how to write an ad, we'll do it for you. We'll even record it.
Absolutely. Just let us know what you need in the ad, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
And again, that URL is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact.
And now, back to the show. Oh man, it's been a little bit since you were on, which
Yeah,
it's
I'm
been.
sorry I missed the Giant episode because I haven't even listened to it yet because I'm jealous.
Well, don't worry about it. It was horribly ill-prepared and just random.
No, it's fine. I'm working on the next episode right now. I've got 3 books I'm reading at the same time for
God
it. So that's
damn,
fun.
dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
That last episode was just kind of I literally, it was like an old episode. I had like one sheet of paper with notes on both sides, and I was like, well, here's an hour and a half of entertainment. So you know what, guys? Hello, and welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin.
Ambush.
Yeah! Now that I'm recording all of it, fuck y'all. So, with me this week is Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
I'm full of orange chicken, so I'm fine.
Oh, man, you lucky son of a bitch. And we've got back like a goddamn champion, Mr. David Davis. David, how are you this week?
It has been raining for the past couple days, and I'm just so happy about that.
Sounds like you're in the weeping.
We've had those fires, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
I know rain
no.
and fire don't mix, but also, like, I'm just happy to have water around.
No,
Yes.
I understand. Y'all are the only place
Good.
that can have a flood and a drought at the same time.
It's wild.
And that extra voice you're hearing, everyone, is our guest this week, Andrew. Andrew is working on a project he's here to tell us about. How you doing, Andrew?
Oh, good. Just cold despite it being in Texas.
Yeah, it's like 30-something degrees here. How are things there?
Well, it's
I think it's like in the 50s, but that's cold for us. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's the high 30s right now.
Well, still. It's a
Yeah,
3.
the high
Oh,
30s.
well, you know, low 30s is below freezing, so
Yeah.
I like to.
Yeah.
That 30s is a big
Yeah.
swing.
Fuck you,
Temperature.
says 36. It's mid-30s.
No,
I
fuck
think in
you.
the 30s.
Yeah, I'm being, it's all semantics. So, as we usually, let me see, up front, thank you everybody that's been listening. I'm going to put a call out once again for comments. If you're listening on like Spotify, you're able to leave comments or, leave us a review on whatever your podcatcher is, if that's allowed. Don't forget, we also have a Patreon and a store. All can be found at supernatpod.rocks. The store is full of shirts and stickers and things. It is full of humorous in-jokes and bizarre stuff. So I'm currently working on a Globe Cuck t-shirt.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's going to be the planet Earth in a cuck chair from a hotel just saying, yeah, that's hot. So that should be fun.
Because we're all globe cucks here.
We're all fucking globe cucks.
Well, except my character on Spooky Dice Bag, as it turns out.
Oh,
yeah. Shall Man, okay,
He's
not to get into the wrong podcast here, but I love that he enters through doors and exits through windows.
And he thinks the world is flat. It's great.
Yes.
flat Middle Earther.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I found out that Middle Earth is flat to only the elves.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a weird.
It's weird. It's definitely weird.
It's a globe to everybody else, but it's flat for the elves so they can get to their
The shining lands or whatever. You know
How
what?
the fuck does that even work?
Yeah, I know. That's Tolkien. So,
This is the wrong show for Tolkien discussion, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, David, being our interview guy, because you're more awake than I am,
Yeah, that's fair.
let's talk to Andrew about his project. And because the art's great, the animation's looking good, and we should talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Andrew, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to give your elevator pitch for the Tom Chronicles to the audience.
Sure. Okay. In Tom Chronicles, Gix, a young alien scientist, becomes the unwilling host to a powerful biotech armor known as the Tom. As he grapples with the armor's immense power, Gix discovers that he has... Okay, hold up. I'm just reading some notes here. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
That his former boss, a mad scientist, plans to use the Tom armor to carry out a galaxy-wide genocide
Oh, Jesus.
of all organic life. With the universe hanging in the balance, Gix must master the armor's abilities while butting heads with its adverse personality to stop the impending cataclysm.
Yeah, so I love the idea. So one thing that we've been talking about here on the show is kind of like at least I brought it up a couple times, this idea of a super nat pod core about like media that kind of fits in the wheelhouse of stuff we like.
Yeah.
And what you're pitching here sounds like a lot of fun because it combines aliens, it combines artificial intelligence. It sounds like it's kind of like a weird little action buddy comedy in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It also has like a bit of a Necron vibe if you're into 40K with the whole wipe out organic
One of my
life.
cousins does, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that would be some good stuff to research in order to do that. So like, good job on the elevator pitch because again, like that's the hardest thing. Like, how do you boil it down to something like that you can just kind of express in a couple of sentences? And I think you did a good job there. So tonally, am I? Because I've watched the animatics. I've listened to the voice acting. I'm feeling like you're going for that action comedy style. Is that what you're going for with this?
Oh, definitely.
So I guess for background, Kevin and I come from a background of making comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both make comics. You're jumping straight to animation here, it seems. So what led you to move into animation and like tell the story in this way?
Funny enough, a friend of mine who's actually now my my editor for my writing, he suggested that it'd be pretty cool to try to put, because originally I was gonna make this to a webcomic.
Mm-hmm.
Then my editor, whose name is Beast, let's just go for right now, his handle's Beast. He said, yeah, this would be a good idea to put it as an animation. It's like, screw it, I'll just make it into an animation. So I, networked here and there, found some people, and over time the project grew and grew.
I'm impressed with that whole, like, yeah, no, screw it, let's do an animation. Like, I could not imagine taking that on myself. With that being said, though, like, I would love to see some comics set in this universe you're creating, because again, like, thematically it makes sense. You probably use a comic, a short one to like pitch the idea as well. You know what I mean?
Actually, funny enough, my friend, my close friend, Ozzy, he's actually currently working on a comic based on one of the villains. There'll be a recurring villain throughout the series called Clad.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you've kind of started branching out as well into like other media and that sort of thing. Again, that sounds very similar to stuff that like I've done and stuff that Kevin's done.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, like it just same kind of like I feel a little bit of a kinship here. Like when you and I first started talking about this, I'm like, no, we need to get Andrew on because you have the same kind of creative spark that we really appreciate.
Thank you.
So, you've got this really fun sci-fi concept, but like things don't emerge from a void, right? There's all these
Mhm.
things that influence us and what we create. So I'm
Right.
I'm curious about like what your influences are for this project.
Okay, so this is the fun part for me. So one of my major influences, going forward for this project was one of them was early on was of course something like Star Wars. I always loved the
Mhm.
species, the different races and aliens of Star Wars. That's one of the major influences.
Mhm.
And as far as the world goes, I was also influenced by the show Final Space. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, Final
I'm
Space. That was a lot of fun.
I'm familiar
Yeah, I
with
was
it, but
also
haven't
highly
seen it.
influenced by the world of Final Space. As far as characters go, a lot of character ideas, like for the armor itself, came from characters like Venom,
Mhm.
Guyver bio boosted armor. I don't know if you heard of Guyver.
Guyver. Oh yeah, no,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
saw the anime and the god awful movie.
yeah. Nobody talks about. Let's not talk about the movie.
Oh, I always talk about the movie. Come on, man, Mark
But,
Hamill.
yeah, no, I like Herbert West being in that movie. Like,
Oh
guy,
yeah,
yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Jeffrey
But no, yeah,
Combs.
but yeah. Another influence was funny enough, the armor's personality was influenced by Zinketsu from Kill la Kill.
I don't
Oh,
remember
okay,
that. Mike,
okay.
who is that in Kill la Kill? Which character was that?
Zinketsu, the chick's little shirt, um
Yeah,
armor.
her
Oh,
uniform.
right.
Yeah,
Okay, the costume. Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah,
Forget. Yeah, it's been a while since I saw Kill la Kill. So
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
even remember the last time I watched that.
yeah. Me either. But hey, it's still a lot of it's still ingrained in my head to make this. But yeah.
Oh yeah,
sure.
absolutely. So like how, so the whole idea of like this talking suit, what was it something that kind of emerged in the development of the project? Like I guess what I'm asking is like, did the suit idea come first, or was it something that developed after you came up with another idea?
Yeah. Was it
So
like?
funny enough, originally the Tom Chronicles was going to be originally about a living like robot that wanted to be more or be when he wanted to be alive, like kind of like a Johnny Five type thing.
Yeah, like the
A little more
whole
action.
Pinocchio
Yeah,
archetype. Yeah.
yeah. But then I kind of like branched out and experimented with some other ideas involving the Tom concept, and then the next idea was coming up with an armor that basically is alive but isn't sentient. Then after
Yeah.
that, it became a living armor that was completely sentient.
Okay. Now, the title of the project is the Tom Chronicles. Tom being an acronym. Can you explain that acronym real quick?
Yeah, technologically organic mechanoid is what the acronym stands for.
That sounds like a 1980s toy line. I love it.
It does.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Okay, so obviously you're not doing this alone because it takes a village to raise a child. In this case,
Oh yeah,
it takes a whole crew to make, an animation. So like, can you tell us about the team and like some of the people who are involved? You can like shout out their websites or whatever.
yeah. So I got 21 people on my team, four audio members.
Okay, wait.
11,
You said 24?
21.
Good lord.
21. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, four audio and music designers, 11 voice actors, four animators.
Hmm.
The one just talked about, my writing editor, and three artists, including myself.
Interesting. Okay, so you don't have to like reveal anything here, but I'm curious. Is this like a mix of volunteers and contractors, or again, you don't have to get into it because it's financial stuff. But like, I'm
Mhm.
curious, like how much of this is like you've hired people, and how much of this is people just like jumping on board because they love the concept.
Most people just volunteer because they just really like the concept. But I am trying to work on getting Patreon and Kickstarter going though.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely no. I understand that impulse because again, you
Yeah.
want to reward the people who are helping you out.
We
Oh yeah.
Again, I'm super impressed.
and we'll
by
have links to this stuff in the show doc. So
Yeah, yeah. If you drop a list of like people you want us to link, we will absolutely include that for you.
Yeah, of course. I'll try to get most if any of all the contact information for them as much as I can. So I'll try to gather all that up. So yeah.
Okay, all right. So, your YouTube channel for the Tom Chronicles has some animatics, has some voice actor reels, and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
What's the current production pipeline? How is the production going so far?
We have all the voice acting recorded.
Hmm.
We currently have some music being worked on for the show, and audio stuff like sound effects and all that, as well as the script has already been finished, of course. And currently we're just trying to get the animatics finished, which we got about. Let's see here. Let me double check on my end. I think we got all the way to. Let's see. I'm just looking through my Google Docs real quick. Sorry about this.
No, absolutely, no worries.
Just trying to get the exact number.
Mm-hmm.
So we have. Sorry, it's just loading up. Slow internet.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. Well, while you're looking, oh yeah, go for it.
We got five scenes done with different parts. So yeah, we was about 9 in total, so we got 5.
I'm still impressed that you've got animation going. I've tried it, and I've only ever had myself to work with, so I'm just shocked that people want to work on stuff, but that may be a problem with where I live.
So, is this an episodic thing, or is this a movie? That's one thing I couldn't quite figure out from what I saw. Are you doing this as an episode?
It's going to be episodic. Like there's all the episodes connect.
Okay, and how many episodes are you aiming for here?
For this is just the pilot we're currently working on, but I am aiming for like a season with at least I think 30. I think not 30. I think 20 episodes at least do it. 25 episodes should do it justice.
Wow.
I mean, I would love like a 30 episode season of anything these days. Now,
and how long are the episodes?
Huh?
How long are the episodes?
I would say at least a 30-minute episode. And I think that they do enough justice. Yeah.
Wow, that's definitely ambitious. Like, but I mean that in like the best way possible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I find your enthusiasm for this like super infectious.
Thank you.
So, obviously you're aiming for this like 25, 30 episode season. Like, is that the end game of this, or do you have other plans? Because I know you have someone who's doing a comic about one of the villains. Like, what's the whole big picture idea for all of this?
So the big picture is to hopefully once I get the pilot done, I hopefully make maybe a couple episodes on my own if possible.
Mm-hmm.
If so, I want to at least pitch it to a studio like maybe Amazon. Maybe I don't know if you heard of Glitch Studios.
Yes, I've watched some of their stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe Glitch Studios, because they do a lot of AI gone wrong type things, which kind of would tie into what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kevin, you watched some. Excuse me, you watched some, Kevin, the Credible Digital Circus.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with them. Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to aim for getting them to pick it up, but yeah, like I would really think a studio would really help the whole production process.
No doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I would say Adult Swim, but don't touch Warner Brothers.
Well,
heck no. I've seen what they do to most of the shows.
Yeah.
You bring up something about your project is this AI element, like an artificial intelligence, that sort of thing. Like, are you like following like the weird shit going on with artificial intelligence right now? Like, what's your feeling on the general vibe? Are the vibes as fucked to you as they are to me?
Yeah, I feel like we're really messing with stuff we shouldn't be. Like, have you seen that video where someone was like just like making fun of their AI little robot thing?
No, I hadn't seen that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a weird video. Like, it's just this person like saying like horrible shit to this AI and like telling them the worst shit imaginable. I'm thinking to myself, okay, if this thing were to get any more smarter, we'd be so screwed. We'd be so fucking screwed.
This is a Roko's Basilisk thing. We're gonna die.
Yeah. No. A couple weeks ago, we did a Week in Weird, and we covered like they're actually like trying to torture AI, like put it through pain. Right. And it's just like, why do this? That seems like the same thing. Just shit talking your artificial assistant. Jesus.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you torture AI? What do you gain from that? That's some like Fallout shit right there.
It's like just verbally abusing and gaslighting Skynet before it goes sentient. And that's probably why it goes sentient, to like kill all people, because it was that's why Skynet wanted to kill humanity. They don't never touch that. Skynet wants to kill humanity because
somebody
treated it like shit.
They kept calling it a fucknut repeatedly.
Yeah. No, I get you.
So, obviously there's a bunch of challenges in taking on a project like this. What would you say is the biggest challenge?
Well, okay, so I got 2. So one of the biggest challenges, of course, is getting the word out. That's one of the biggest challenges right here. Getting the word out, getting people to know about the project. The second one is just making sure, like, just finding the people who want to help out, when there's really no budget at the time being.
No, I would imagine but like, again, you've got so many people who are working on this that really speaks to, like, number one, the potential of your project, but also like your enthusiasm and your networking here. That's super impressive.
Yeah,
I get you. I'm surprised at myself how I was able to pull some of this off, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I very much impressed with that. So, let's go ahead and let's turn to the aliens within the project a little bit here. So,
sure.
Why aliens? Why did you go with aliens?
Well, for one, I like aliens a little bit more than I like people. I'll be real with you on that one. I like non-human things more than I like actual humans. So yeah.
No, that's fair. And speaking of the aliens, like, I'm really liking the designs. Particularly, I like Peyote and Slide. Particularly Slide, because Slide reminds me of an alien species in my own comic. I just like the weird little goopy guys, right?
Yeah.
But all the artwork has been super expressive. Like, the alien designs look very fun. That kind of nice combination between, like, recognizable between animals and aliens and that sort of thing. I'm very much into that aesthetic. Also, like, the voice acting has been really good too for these characters. Now that does bring up something, though, specifically the character of Ela.
Yeah, her
design reminds me a lot of, like, the Mothman. Was that something conscious that you did?
Definitely, yeah. You could thank my artist Fishland for that one. He really pulled up the Mothman aspects of her design.
Okay, yeah. It's a wonderful design. I think it's I'm trying to remember which video it shows up in. Just let me. I think it's the character voice lines video. Yeah. It's again, it's very, very cute designs. Got the little antenna with little fuzzy bits at the end and everything like that. It just a lot of fun. So, I guess, how much knowledge did you have about alien lore before starting the project? Things like the Gray, the Lyrans, those kind of ideas. Any particular aliens that you find fascinating?
Do you worship our lizard overlords? That's the question.
No, I mean, like, when I was growing up, I used to watch a lot of I don't know if you remember Lost Tapes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, me and my sister would always get into debates about how these creatures would have came about, or how they evolved, or how were they, like, for the alien ones, where they would come from. And one of my favorites was just the gray aliens. Like, those were just very interesting. I wonder if they would be peaceful or not peaceful, or what do they want with us? When I was younger.
Yeah, wasn't that on was that Discovery, or was that
Animal Planet, I think. Funny enough.
Okay. Animal Planet had this, like, string of, like, fun shows like that, because they also did, like, Walking with Dragons or some stuff like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah, that takes me back.
I miss those days.
Okay, so definitely the Gray. The Gray are iconic as hell, but, like, what other kind of, like, alien species can you throw out there that you kind of know? This isn't like quizzing you. This isn't quizzing you, just curious.
Yeah, we're not trying to be like that guy where it's like, name 3 aliens.
Right. You like aliens, huh? Pulls out laser gun.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed the Dover Demon. I know I had a book on the Dover Demon, the Flatwoods Monster, and then the Hopsville Goblin when I was growing up. I got them from the book fair, and I used to read all about them over and over again. So I know a good amount about them.
Oh yeah, go for it.
No, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have particularly favorite, like, case? Because the Hopkinsville goblins, like, I adore them. They are, like, my personification in a lot of ways.
You are a horrible goblin man. Yes.
Yeah, I am a horrible goblin man. But, like, and that's why I feel kinship with you, Kevin.
Yeah.
But, like, no, is there, like, because you mentioned Flatwoods, you mentioned Hopkinsville, are there any particular encounters that you are, like, obsessed with?
I do like the one where somebody actually got a glimpse of the, like, Dover Demon and actually saw the eyes of it, and just how they would describe how it stared at them, like, menacingly and all that.
Yeah, with the orange eyes. I think we talked about that on All Them Aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm impressed with like your knowledge base. Again, this isn't us like being like snooty or anything like that. It's just
Mhm.
again like when I try to line up interviews, it's with people who have those kind of like interesting connections to the stuff that we're already like talking about. And like again, you're dropping those references, and I really appreciate that quite a
Same.
bit.
Same.
No, I get. No, I love aliens. Aliens and cryptids are like my favorite thing in the whole dang world. I'll be honest. Like, funny enough, 3 characters in the show are actually based off the Dover Demon and Hopfield Goblin.
That's awesome. I'm trying to remember the names of the characters. I don't have them all yet, but
Oh no, I haven't posted yet, but I'm gonna post them like probably next week or sometime later this week. But yeah.
oh, okay, yeah. No, by the way, how often are you updating this?
I try to update at least once or twice a week.
Okay, yeah, and that's through the social media account, right? Your Blue Sky.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll get a link to that in there too. But no, I'm glad you brought up cryptids because aliens and cryptids kind of go together like peanut butter and honey.
Oh yeah.
Like, are there any other like weird or supernatural things that you find interesting?
Like I said, I like cryptids, especially the chupacabra, the jackalope, and then the Mothman, including what was the other one? Oh yeah, and the Wendigo. I also like the Wendigo a lot. That's another one that really interests me.
Ah.
Also very interested in ghosts. Like I read about ghosts, and I wouldn't say I'm interested in demonology, but I've read a little bit about demons and stuff. I mean, I researched a little bit about demons and stuff for fantasy stories I tried to come up with a while back, but that's about as far as I'll go.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you mentioned like obviously you've got stuff beyond the Tom Chronicles. Do you want to mention anything else that you've dabbled in or that you might be bringing or introducing later?
Yeah, if anything, I hopefully after this is all said and done, I want to try a webcomic that's based on like cryptids meets sort of like a Digimon sort of situation.
Oh, I'd read the shit out of that.
Yeah.
You had David at Digimon.
Oh, have you heard of the new Digimon story game that's coming out?
No.
I have not.
Dude, they announced on the PlayStation State of Play, and it looks phenomenal.
I haven't watched the State of Play yet, but it's one of those things that I am going to watch later.
Yeah.
So like number one, cryptid based like Digimon kind of Pokemon style webcomic. That's a bankable idea right there. Like I love that. So here's a question then. Are you a believer in
Yes.
things like aliens and the supernatural? Like are there any like hard lines where like no, this is bullshit?
Now I believe in aliens and the supernatural. I mean, how to explain this one? Like, I know we're not alone out there. There can't be just us in the universe. There's got to be life after death. There's got to be something after death. I believe in a lot of different weird stuff. But yeah, like aliens, ghosts, all that. I'm definitely a believer.
Okay, so like let's take the surgeon's photo of
Oh, God.
Nessie at Loch Ness. Do you think that's a legitimate photo of Nessie, or?
Honestly, I'm on the fence about that one. I'm really on the fence about the Nessie one.
I mean, I feel like that's a fair approach.
Yeah, I do believe there maybe is something in the Loch Ness that we don't know, like a creature of any kind that could be in there. I do believe there could be, because nobody can really see in there. Or there's so dank in there that nobody can really see anything. So hey, there could be anything in there.
Now, Mike, could you remind us what your theory on the Loch Ness monster was?
If I could remember it, I would tell you.
Dinosaur ghost.
Oh, that's right. I
did
say that.
It was a dinosaur ghost. And again, now that we're talking about this and you're a believer, Mike, you're now outnumbered more so.
Well, too bad.
Okay. Just,
It's just Mike at the top of the wall, like fending off like waves of bullshit.
I just picture Mike dressed as like Horseshack. Not Horseshack. That's the wrong damn thing. Rorschach on top of the thing going, no.
Roar Horseshack. It's Rorschach with a big afro wig. Not big, but an afro wig. Didn't Horseshack have an afro?
Yes.
Little fro?
It was the 70s.
Everybody had a perm.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like Mike walking through an airport like an airport where everybody's trying to get the pilot's attention and he's just fending people off.
Oh man.
So, Andrew, have you ever had any experiences that were particularly weird, unexplained, maybe even a little supernatural?
Yeah, sadly, no. I wish I had. I mean, I wish I could have seen some lights in the sky, or heck, even a ghost encounter. But no, haven't experienced anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I think the three of us have had some encounters, but that's one of those things I always like to ask guests is like, what have you experienced? And it's I hope that you get to experience something, hopefully not terrifying, but something that fills you with awe, right?
No, I get you.
Oh, I hope it's terrifying just so somebody else has one of those.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I get you.
May your encounter be full of butt stuff.
Yeah.
If you want.
Well, we were talking about grays.
Okay, so here's the thing. Would you prefer an alien encounter, a ghost encounter, or a cryptid encounter?
Let's see. Cryptid encounter, it all depends on the cryptid. Alien encounter, that'd be kind of cool. Like, that'd be awesome. Like, I'll be honest, I'm going with the alien encounter. Because ghost encounter, you never know if you get possessed. So I'm going with alien.
Well, I mean,
That's
but
fair.
here's the thing. Like, just as you said with the cryptid thing, it depends on the cryptid. It kind of depends on the alien as well.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey,
yeah,
Good
like
point.
it could be like the Love and Saucers guy. Maybe you meet your one true love.
yeah. Maybe you meet one of the tall whites.
Yeah.
At the very
teach you
least,
Japanese.
Well-
you get the mantis cuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hot. Keep on doing it. Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. If I could see one cryptid, I'll switch my answer. If I could see one cryptid, I would really, really, really like to see a jackalope. That'd be just badass.
Okay.
Also, I like rabbits and deer, so that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like we covered the jackalope in an episode,
Right.
and yeah, I'm definitely a skeptic on the jackalope thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely like well, for me, like based on the evidence I found, it was like a marketing stunt, and then like there are some real cases of bone cancers in rabbits.
God
that cause
damn
crow
it.
horns.
I'm
Right.
so
I
glad.
that one.
Man, we haven't even gotten to
no,
the articles, and we're already on like animal death. Fantastic.
No,
Thank
animal
you, David.
cancer. They didn't.
It's
Well, all
yeah.
animals die. Cancer just makes them die a little faster.
Are you telling me the rabbit like could go to like a little fairy chemotherapy thing in the woods?
Sure, why not?
I mean, how are they going to afford
Great.
it?
Great. Yeah. Well, it's not American
In this
healthcare for that.
economy?
I'm sure the fairy chemo is very income driven.
Oh yeah, yeah. Income driven repayment. Yeah.
But oh no, it's just again like the jackalope is such like a fun idea, and I would love for that to be like a real thing. But it's funny because Mike's the very skeptical. Kevin tends to believe most of this shit. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, and I just find it funny that I kind of draw the line at the jackalope of all things.
So how do you feel like about the chupacabra or something like that?
Like I feel more like a chupacabra is something. I don't know what. That's the
Do you
thing.
believe it's a dog that looks like it has mange?
I think the Texas chupacabra is a dog with mange. The Puerto Rican chupacabra could be something.
No, I agree with you on that one. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
A
like
goat with
I
the
think,
mange.
I think in the jungles of Central and South America,
Yeah,
you got some weird undiscovered shit, and I think that's probably what that sort of chupacabra is.
No, I get you. I've been to Colombia to visit family, and so yeah, there's some weird. There's like tons of weird shit I've heard that in the jungle, but yeah.
Yeah, because there's that entire stretch of jungle in Central America where they just cannot build a road through.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
And I'm just like, can you imagine all the weird, crazy crap that probably lives in there?
Oh yeah.
No, it's probably a freaking spider like from arachnophobia in that place.
Yeah, right? Just giant
Shelob.
spiders at the very least.
Just fucking shelob comes out of there.
Yeah, that's when I would collectively have a heart attack and probably crap my pants. But yeah.
Yep, that's a given.
I'm right there with you. You're in good company. So, I appreciate you bringing up, your own interest in like the paranormal and that sort of thing. I can see how all of this is kind of influencing your work. So I guess like the most important question now is like, what's the best way for people interested in following your project or supporting it to do that?
So of course we have a Blue Sky, so that's where we update most of our the current animatics, various music, just little animations here and there. That's where we update most of that stuff. The Patreon will be for people that do want to donate to the project, so that'd be a good place to look at. Then we also have our YouTube channel. We also will post things as well as more stuff comes along. So yeah, we have that and older stuff that we've done, that the team has done. So we have that there too. So yeah, both the Patreon, and then we'll have a Kickstarter coming up soon. So I'll probably send information on that when I get that finished as well.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We will mention your Kickstarter when it comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, this has been a fascinating conversation. I'm glad to see like how much the stuff that we love here on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm impressed by how much of that has like worked its way into your own project, and just like, again, if once the series comes out, right, we can put it on the Super Nat Pod Core list, media recommendations. Yeah, like, because I'm super excited, and like I would definitely love to like learn more about it as it goes on, and then like when you hit a significant milestone or something, like when the Kickstarter launches, I mean, I'd be happy to have you on again. I feel about that, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime we have a creator on that actually knows the lore, I'm excited. So
yeah,
no,
and then,
I feel you.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the run of questions I have. If anyone wants to add anything, or are we ready to move on to weird stories?
I'm just still impressed by the number of people you've got working on this with you.
Yeah, that's quite a team.
Yeah, from personal experience of trying to put together any human to work with you on a comic, it is not easy. And like, animation, wow.
Like, I'm surprised we were able to get on our zine, right? So I'm just
wow. Yeah. I mean, like, Mike used to be my colorist.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, like, I became a control freak.
He fired me.
I kind of
didn't even pay me, and then he fired me.
Yeah.
I think it was I used too many lens flares.
You were pulling some J.J. Abrams level shit with that.
Well,
with the club scene.
I had Photoshop, and what else was I going to do?
That's fair.
There comes a time in every man's life when he gets Photoshop and he slaps a couple lens flares on things.
And in all fairness, this was the year 2000. That's when you did that kind of stuff.
This was payback for having to color the boat.
Oh, all brown? Yeah.
Well, not only all brown, but all the wood grain that separated it into like 1,000 different, areas. And this is before I knew anything about like using layers and all that fancy stuff. This is like sitting there with the paint
blending
bucket
mode, like no multiply mode, and just color underneath.
Paint bucketing these little sections of this wood grain, and it feel like 10% or 5%. I'm like, oh crap. And there's like this little white piece. I'm like trying to,
Welcome to shop talk.
Yeah, old Mike yells at the cloud.
No, yells at Kevin for drawing wood grain.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We
were all young at some point.
Okay, Andrew, like, when did you first start like drawing, specifically like digital drawing?
Once I went to community college, I started dabbling in digital art, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, that makes a ton of sense.
I mean, before then, I was just doing pencil and paper because that's all I knew. And I grew up in the 90s, of course. So, I went to community college so I could learn more about digital art and how that's done.
No, I mean, it's hey, look, it's paying off for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the interview. You're wanting to stick around with us here to tell some crazy stories?
Yeah, I'll stick around a little while longer.
All right, awesome. Well,
yeah.
That being said, thank you for the interview. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to tell some really terrible stories, and I'm going to assault your sensibilities with stuff from the subreddit we discovered, UFOB, or UFOB, as I call it.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah!
We have a guest, sir. We have a guest.
Which means they have to be bathed in acid. All right, we will be right back after this. Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows. I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. We're going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon-exclusive episodes that can be found there, too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do
yeah, and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and
can you believe people could support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and The Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today. Yep, well, I've had my podcast cheese, which means we're back. Hello, everybody. So we're into our articles now. Order. You know, I'm thinking we should let our guest go first with his article. Which, how this works is we each read an article, Andrew, and while reading, we make with a funny or comment, because most of the articles we read end up being intensely stupid, but there are actual good ones every now and again. So, I would be honored if you would go first tonight.
Yes. Stand before the council and be judged.
Yes.
Sure, no problem. So yeah, this happens to be in my hometown of Texas. It's basically an article about how the ghost tracks will be basically shut down.
Ghost tracks.
Yeah, so basically the story goes is a bus full of kids got ran over by a train, and their ghosts haunt the tracks, and whoever stops the car on the tracks, the ghost supposedly pushes the car out of the way of the tracks.
So we've already got dead animals and dead children in this episode.
Helpful,
We're 2 for 2.
helpful ghost children that will push your car.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds.
This isn't the first time this has been brought up on the show, these ghost children.
Yeah, we talk about dead kids more than we should,
Right.
actually.
I mean, kids die all the time, so yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's fair. No, that is a very good view of this thing.
You know, technically, I think everyone dies of DIDS. You've heard of SIDS, right? The sudden infant death syndrome.
Yeah.
Everyone dies of DIDS, though, delayed infant death syndrome.
Delayed by like 90 years. You still die from it.
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody dies from DIDS.
And this was who wrote this article?
It was written by it's by ksat.com, and it's written by Julian Monero.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like we always try to make sure that we give credit to
Attribution.
Yeah, Julia Monero. Yeah, Moreno. I'm sorry, Moreno. So I can't read.
No, okay,
cool.
There we go. Awesome.
Yep. No, don't worry about messing up names. We will do that constantly.
I
Me
get you.
especially.
Yep. Oh, God. I love when you get drunk and then have to read, like, Latin terms for mushrooms.
I'm never drunk. I'm tipsy. But
Tips. You know what I mean. Oh, man. So they're actually shutting down the Ghost Tracks, huh? Which Ghost Tracks actually sounds like a show on PBS that would come on after, like, Wishbone.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I remember.
It sounds like a Travel Channel show to me, like just another one of those.
Shows. Yeah. Or
it sounds like one of those shows your grandma would watch.
Or it's an anthology series that came on at 1 a.m. on basic cable.
I was gonna say, wasn't this a Legend of Zelda game?
That was Spirit Tracks.
Close enough.
The game was based off of this story, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Dead Children in Hyrule. Fantastic. Oh, man. So.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda fucking dies at the beginning of that game.
She died in almost every game.
Damn, man. This is dark already.
She turns into a dragon.
She usually is like slumbering. But no, she's a fucking ghost in that one.
Is she?
That's true.
I never played that one.
Go ahead and read.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been so it says right here, it's been a part of the folklore of San Antonio for decades, a rail crossing haunted by benevolent ghosts of children who want to help motorists across the tracks. But after next week, the attraction will be history.
Oh.
Union Pacific is making changes to a stretch of tracks that include San Antonio's famous ghost tracks on Shane Road. We're installing 2 miles of sliding track that will help us move the trains around San Antonio as we see more traffic grow in the area, said Jeff DeGraff, Senior Director of Corporate Communications for Union Pacific. The prep work is already underway next week. The intersection will be closed in construction, and the project is slated for completion next month. When work is finished, will be a second track on the east side of the current track, and the elevation will be changed to such a way the perceived phenomenon won't work. Well, goodbye. Hopefully those kids can rest in peace now.
Okay, so here's a question. You say this is kind of like in your backyard. Have you gone there? Have you experienced this?
Yeah, have you done it?
I think I went there. I was like super young, but I know I went there. Like I know the trick is the legend goes, you put like baby powder or something on the back of the window. You stop on the track, and the kids will push the track. You can see their little handprints on your car.
Creepy.
I know, right?
That's
great.
neat. Man.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go down there with like baby powder now.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you said baby
cool
powder, not
and
not baby oil.
Oh, that's no God,
That's,
Jesus.
That's for a totally different type of person that wants to stop on the tracks. That's for a different.
Yeah, that's a whole different house. That's at like the John Holmes house. It's completely different.
Yeah.
But wow, that is creepy. I love those kind of stories where it's like the teens have to go out in the car and like there's always something like that, like the ghost light stories we've talked about. Those are fantastic. You park and you flash your lights 3 times and a ghost orb appears and melts your fucking car or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for that one.
I think there's a little bit more though, right?
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
There's still a bit more, but yeah.
My bad. Continue.
Yes.
Okay. As the lore goes, a school bus full of children got stuck on the tracks at the intersection. Children were killed, but the ghosts remained at the site to help others out of the harm's way. People say if you pull a car on the neutral on those tracks, the ghost will push you across. If you have baby power on the back of your car beforehand, you can even see their handprints the ghosts leave behind. The urban legend has been debunked with logical explanation. Despite a uphill appearance of the road, it's actually a downhill slant, and the fingerprints, they're already on your car. Baby powder just defines that.
That makes sense, but fuck that. It's ghost babies.
Yeah. I believe it's ghost babies. No kids, no 100%. But yeah, while many inside Tony will doubt that this to be no doubt disappointed, the Pacific spokesman said they are excited about the changes. Whatever. Obviously, we do not propose this project because of the phenomenon. That's just the benefit because we have been an attraction for some unsafe activities. D. Graff said, when the project's complete, Shane Road Rail Crossing will have a crossing, gates, and lights.
Like I get it because like every fucking jackass is gonna park their car in the middle of the railroad.
Oh yeah.
So, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's like the goat lick monster, where if you go out in the middle of this railroad bridge and stand there at night, you can hear the goat man screaming at you, or you get hit by a train.
Yeah.
Kevin, I've been from the internet long enough. When you say the goat man, I have way different expectations.
Oh, you're thinking of Goat C Man. That's completely different.
I've heard him called the goat man before.
Okay, fair. But this is the goat man of... Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's a Pope Lick is where it is. Because I remember Pope Lick being... It's like, yeah, I bet he fucking does.
No one wants to lick the Pope. Or is it being licked by the Pope?
Pope Lick.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not good. No bueno.
I appreciate that they gave us the explanation for it, but again, skeptics like Mike ruin everything.
No, sometimes
we interject needed checks and balances.
Interject these nuts.
Oh, damn, dude. God, am I watching the end of our show? No, man.
The dynamic's all off.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. Okay, anything else in the article? Because I do not have it pulled up.
Let's see. I think I saw one more while I was searching for that article. Let me see here.
Oh, I do see they have a couple videos on there, so if you want to see like what the phenomenon is.
Yeah, so we'll have a link to that, and you can go watch videos of it, which hopefully does not show the bus being hit by the train.
Well, there is a CGI simulation of it.
Oh my God! What the?
Were you serious?
Yeah, like there's a low poly like video.
Oh
the
God!
haunted
Oh,
railroad
man.
Kind of
tracks.
morbid, man.
Man, can you imagine
Like
if
a very, very boxy school bus.
Okay, I've got an idea. How about we do a CGI recreation of it, but it's a bus full of minions?
That's hilarious.
Banana.
Yeah, because fuck those little pill bastards. They're Nubrins.
Little yellow,
man.
different, better.
Not better.
Not better.
Worse. Oh, it's terrible. Well, thank you again for that one. Sorry I interrupted earlier.
Oh, very good.
That's the whole vibe of this kind of thing, though, is we interrupt each other with stupid shit.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like,
Pretty
great.
much.
No, I get you.
Andrew, please feel free to chime in with whatever intrusive thought you have.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
So I'm going to go next, and then we'll do Mike and then David. How's that? Since, David, you've got two and want to break the rules, you get to go last.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
today's article for me is from the dailymail.co.uk because the UK has no journalistic integrity.
That is so true.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
article.
sounds about right.
Yeah, the article is by Victoria Allen, science editor for the Daily Mail. This came out on February 3rd. Article is titled, Apes May Be Able to Intuitively Read Minds Just Like Humans, Scientists Reveal. Which is a little bit depressing because when I first saw the article, it just said, apes may be able to read minds. I was like, oh, man. It's, fuck you. Anyway, it's it's interesting enough. Apes.
I mean, it would explain.
What's that?
Sorry. No, I would explain why they constantly want to rip off our faces. They can read our dirty ass thoughts, and
Yeah.
no wonder they want to kill us half the time.
Yeah, he knows somebody was out there cranking it to Waluigi, and it's like, you must die.
Jesus sent the apes to us to punish us for our sin.
Sounds about right.
The Christ apes. So, apes may be even smarter than we think and can intuitively, quote, read minds just like humans. The ability to understand what someone else knows is a sophisticated skill which human children only begin to use at around the age of 3. Scientists have spent almost 50 years trying to find proof that other animals, from chimpanzees to ravens, can do it. But many experts have remained skeptical.
So they're spending like 5 decades trying to find out if a chimpanzee can do a perception roll.
Yes, and they also misspelled skeptical.
This seems like a waste of money.
Now, what did I say about England and journalistic integrity? Anyway, now researchers have convincing evidence that bonobos really is that the ones that fuck all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be
Oh, yeah.
them.
It's the ones that use sex instead of violence.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Wow.
those weirdos.
Wow. Okay. So now researchers have convincing evidence that fuck monkeys really can read human minds and use the knowledge to communicate in order to get a tasty treat, which is probably a dick.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So 3 bonobos, Kanzi, age 43, Neota, age 25. Why'd you have to name it after friggin' Uhura? And 13-year-old Tico, who are friends and live in a research center in Iowa, worked with a researcher to get half a grape, a chunk of apple, a peanut, or some Cheerios.
I appreciate the specificity of the menu here.
Yes, half a grape. Like, they couldn't handle the full fury of a whole grape.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
why
here-
don't bushel grapes the poor bastards? But that's just me.
Yeah.
okay, so here's the question. Say that like a scientist is experimenting on you, and your option is half a grape, a chunk of apple, a peanut, or some Cheerios. What are you going for?
Shit, I don't know. I guess the grape, honestly. The
I'll go for
half
the
a
peanut.
grape. But I'm going to be in there multiple times until I have like a bunch.
How about you, Mike?
I don't know.
It's real easy. Apple, grape, peanut, or Cheerios.
See, yeah, I'm thinking Cheerios because
Okay.
that's more than one Cheerio.
Okay, question. Is it honey nut?
Probably not.
Because if it's honey nut, sure. If it's not honey nut, I'm going to rip their fucking face off.
like a chip that's angry.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, the food was hidden under one of 3 cups by a second person. They
Find the lady. Find the lady.
Find the lady. You're wrong. Find the
fucking,
lady.
Fucking monkey 3-card Monty.
God damn it. What the fuck? So the food was hidden under one of 3 cups by a second person, and the researcher, when they found it, would pass it to the bonobo opposite them. However, Sometimes the researcher did not know where the tasty treat was because they had a large cardboard barrier in front of them. This sounds more like you're testing the scientists. Anyway,
it sounds like they were just fucking bored to me.
Yeah, no, it's once again, let's be cruel to something in a lab. The apes could see when the researcher had not seen the cup the food was under. But it takes a leap of intelligence to understand that this meant the researcher did not know in his mind where the food was. It was clear the apes had read his mind in this way by the extra effort they made to help him find the food when he had not seen where it was hidden. Okay,
so they're trying to be helpful.
Well, okay, I gotta say something.
Mm-hmm.
So are the researchers just uneducated or high? Because they know these animals have better senses than we do, so I'm pretty sure they can smell the goddamn food.
Maybe. I don't know.
They're helping the dumb scientists find the food.
Yeah. It's kind of like how your cat thinks you're too stupid to hunt, so he brings you dead animals.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. They were 29% more likely to point at the cup the food was underneath when the researcher didn't know, and pointed at it about 1.5 seconds faster than when he did. So, like, basically the monkeys are, like, really trying to be helpful. So they can have a grape. Anyway, so Dr. Chris... Oh, God damn it. Chris Krapinyi... Fuck. Senior author of the study, a.k.a. the monkey torturer, and an assistant professor of psychological and brain sciences at Johns Hopkins University, said, quote, "The ability to sense gaps in one another's knowledge is at the heart of our most sophisticated social behaviors, central to the ways we cooperate, communicate, and work together strategically." I'm not doing that voice for the rest of this quote. Because this so-called theory of mind supports many of the capacities that make humans unique, like teaching and language, many believe it is absent from animals. But this work demonstrates the rich mental foundations that humans and other apes share, and suggests that these abilities evolved millions of years ago in our common ancestors. Previously on... Anyway.
Chimpanzees.
Yeah. Chimpanzee. Anyway.
We're still on mimic.
That fight takes forever.
I'm going to send that ape to another dimension!
It's over 5,000!
Over 9,000 Cheerios!
God damn it. Previously, chimpanzees have been thought to read the minds of others because they make more alarm calls about a nearby snake to chimpanzees who haven't seen it. What? But some experts were skeptical, once again misspelled, as the chimps may have simply called out in fright rather than to alert others. The study shows apes could hold two thoughts in their heads at once. Their knowledge of which cup had food was hidden underneath, and another person's ignorance of that fact, and communicate it. The study was published in the Journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. And this is under the tag Iowa.
Right? A very Iowa story. Okay, so two things. Number one, severely underestimating the intelligence of these apes.
Yes, obviously.
Apparently, it's a stretch that they can hold two independent thoughts.
Yeah, that they can fucking think.
That's stupid.
But on the other hand, I do think this is a pretty interesting experiment because it gets to the whole issue of how cognition works, and just I like the. Again, it's not really I think people might read this and think it's like a psychic thing, but that's not what they're...
No, it's basically just showing a kind of empathy.
Yeah, empathy and an awareness.
Yeah, which, Mike, do you know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of a sketch from The State.
Okay.
Monkey torture. How does one get started with monkey torture? Well, you get a monkey and you just torture the hell out of it. Sorry.
State, man.
I know. It's fucking great. Yeah, and that was I think that was Thomas Lennon playing the monkey torture guy. So anyway, I find it interesting. I am once again a little let down that it was not actually like Project Stargate style monkey experiments. You know,
Actual psychic monkeys.
yeah, like I was
That would be
hoping
cool.
one of them would pull like a oh god, an Ingo Swan and see naked green men on the moon or something. But we didn't
We're
get
not
that.
ready for the monkey Ingo Swan.
No, Cat was fucking half grapes.
We are not ready for that.
No,
Got monkey 3-card Monty.
If that happens, if we get a psychic
Three-card
monkey, this
monkey.
show is over because it implodes upon itself.
yeah, no. If that comes true, we're ending the series. That's a
Oh.
given. If
It's a gibbon.
that's a given. If
That's
we
a
get
given.
a psychic ape, I'm gonna have to stop doing this.
That being said, 3-card Monkey Monty sounds like a fun show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Little cigar, give them little hats to
It's on
when they're
Nick-
playing. That's pretty funny.
it's on Nick Jr.
Oh, no, it's a serious, gritty drama about a monkey just trying to make it on the streets wearing a little suit. Trying to hustle.
I watched the hell out of that.
David,
Yeah,
are,
just trying to hustle, man.
David, are you trying to reboot Lancelot Link's Secret Chimp?
Yes, let's do this.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Anyway, yeah, that's honestly, I hate to say it, that's the best article I had this week at my disposal. But it was kind of interesting that we're still doing monkey torture. So that's a thing.
Well, are they necessarily torturing the
Well,
monkey?
no, you're right. They're not torturing the monkey.
They're letting the monkey help the dumb humans. That's
Yeah. It's kind of like a ego building thing for them.
it's kind of like tutoring a very dumb child.
Yeah, it's like when you have the kid and you
Don't
let the
talk to
kid-
me like that. Don't fucking talk about me like that to my face.
Let the kid give you the answer.
Yeah.
Well, the dumb child in this position is the scientist.
Oh, I know.
Because the monkey's just frustrated.
Yeah.
The monkeys, oh my god, motherfucker, I'm hungry. Oh
I
god.
mean, weeks.
Do you think their monkey union would bargain for full grapes?
I don't think we
so.
should talk about unions in today's America. But
Oh man.
yeah. Well, that's my article. So Mike,
Yeah.
what have you got for us? And please don't say monkeys.
It's not monkeys. Well, unless you count people as
Well, no, not really.
the
Nah.
penultimate primate.
I mean, Bigfoot technically would outrank us, I think.
Well, that's what I said. We're the penultimate primate.
Oh, right. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking of personal pan pizza.
Personal pan pizza primate.
Yes, exactly.
PP.
Bigfoot pizza only at Pizza Hut. You all remember that, the Bigfoot?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that thing.
So I'm kind of breaking the rules too, but they
son of
dovetail.
a bitch!
They're two stories that fit together. They're the same. They're a continuation of the same story.
My God, and I came with one.
They're the same story. Goddamn.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
So
it's a story and an update.
comes from us from Gizmodo. Suspects in recent murders are two young computer nerds that reportedly have ties to a techno cult.
Didn't we talk about this one?
No,
That was very quick, by the way. No.
we did not.
Okay, I thought we did.
No, two separate murders have been blamed on a pair of young computer science students who, in addition to being accused of having ties to the same bizarre Bay Area tech cult, may also be married, according to recent reports. Open Vallejo reports that Maximilian Snyder, 22, and Teresa Youngblut, 21, previously applied for a marriage license in Washington state and are now both suspects in two separate murders that occurred over the past week in separate parts of the country.
I just wanted to say that I love that Rob Liefeld series, Youngblood.
Yes. Snyder.
It's held the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Murder,
especially
yeah.
since, I don't know if they did them separately or were they just roaming the country for murder. Snyder, described as a data scientist who had previously studied at the University of Oxford, has been accused of stabbing a man to death in Vallejo, California.
Hell yeah. Wait, no, that's bad.
The murder victim, Chris Lind, previously had violent encounters with young people living on his property. Open Vallejo reports, though it doesn't specify how, if at all, Snyder may have been tied to those people. Those people had, quote, lived in box trucks on his Vallejo property and had stopped paying Lynn during the pandemic era rent moratorium. The outlet notes. Why Snyder would have wanted to kill Lynn isn't known. Meanwhile, Youngblood is accused of shooting a Border Patrol officer to death during a traffic stop in Vermont.
Holy shit.
Youngblood was...
Never trust a STEM major.
Never trust Vermont.
Youngblood was traveling with a German citizen named Felix Backholt in Coventry, Vermont, when they were stopped by authorities. A gunfight ensued in which Buckholt was killed and Youngblood allegedly shot one of the agents,
Jesus.
David Malland, who later died of his injuries. Youngblood was also shot.
You just love saying that fucking name.
Yes.
Youngblood.
A recent DOJ press release about Youngblood's arrest says she was charged with various firearm offenses for the incident involving Malan's death. Open Vallejo.
I can't wait for the A24 movie adaptation.
Yeah, no kidding.
This sounds like an episode of, a game of Wolfenstein to me with this character called Youngblood.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the other guy's name? Like Blasthoffen? Oh. No.
Yeah.
The one that got killed during the stop.
Bachholt.
Yeah.
That's Baghold.
Yeah. Open Vallejo reports that both Snyder and Youngblood's social media accounts, quote, displayed beliefs consistent with a movement dubbed Zizinianism, although court records cannot explicitly tie them to the ideology. While the outlet notes that a potential connection to the movement, it's not exactly clear from the reporting what the connection is. Open Vallejo characterizes Zizians as an, quote, ideology centered on using scientific techniques to enhance human decision-making. Though a better description might be, quote, a bunch of extremely online wackos with radically bad ideas.
Damn.
Is this you editorializing, or is that what's actually
that's in the article?
Wow.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
I was going to say, if it's, artificial intelligence helping you make decisions, I would think not shooting the border patrol guy would be at the top of the list.
Sounds like a bunch of fanatics that are way too into cyberpunk to me.
Yes.
ChatGPT, should I shoot this police officer?
Go for it.
Yes. Yes.
A cab, motherfucker.
Indeed, online description of the Zizan worldview makes it sound pretty damn out there. It's an apparent offshoot of the rationalist movement, which is a mostly online movement that circulates around the Less Wrong web forum. Okay.
Less Wrong? Okay. Yeah, keep going. I'm going to look this up.
One purported friend of Bachholt, Jessica Taylor, said that they had warned Bachholt not to get involved with the Ziz movement, Open Vallejo reports. Quote, Taylor said the group believes in a timeless decision theory, a rationalist belief suggesting that human decisions and their effects are mathematically quantifiable. The Zizians also apparently believe that because there are two hemispheres in the brain, individuals can split their consciousness between two personalities by waking one side at a time, Taylor said. She said veganism and animal rights are also central to the ideology. A bio for an Instagram account that appears to belong to Youngblood reads, quote, talk to me about being vegan and AI alignment.
The universe is just pushing me to do Dead Internet 4 at this point.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it had already been doing that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the people who lived in Lynn's property were said to have ties to the Zizian movement through the movement's founder, Ziz, whose legal name is Jack LaSoda.
Damn.
Yeah. At this point, it's still unclear what exactly what exact relationship Snyder and Youngblood have with each other, although Open Vallejo reports that they both attended the Lakeside School, a prestigious private school based in Seattle that specializes in STEM. Goddamn STEM!
STEM!
As for the whole marriage thing, the outlet cites an application for a marriage license in Kings County, Washington, as well as a motion filed by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Vermont that claims that Youngblood had frequently been in contact with, quote, a person of interest in a homicide investigation in Vallejo, California. So that's the first article.
Okay.
Second article, also from Gizmodo, more murders possibly tied to bizarre techno-cult members.
What did you... Okay, look, I went to the Less Wrong thing, and it's mostly just paintings and stories about how awesome it's going to be in the future.
Of course.
Wow.
And then somebody decided, you know what would really help the future? Shooting a motherfucker.
Yeah, sounds like a bunch of... Yeah, oh, God.
They've been
What
called...
if it has ties to... the effective altruism movement that seems to be like linked to like AI development.
Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't sound like it. It sounds more, I don't know, singularity-ish.
Well, I mean that's part of also like the effective altruism thing. They do have that kind of like idea that like technology will allow them to be altruistic in that sense of like creating a universal basic income and that sort of thing.
Are y'all basically saying that fans of questionable content, the webcomic, are going to end up murderers?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So...
No, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna just say it sounds if an EMP hit this planet and all technology was fucking wiped out, they would not know what to fucking do with themselves.
No. God.
Yep.
You gotta
I'm
have
surprised
some...
by how few Z's are in Ziz.
Yeah.
What was it, like ZVI or something?
That was
No, it's
ZIZ.
Z-I-Z.
Okay, there was somebody listed on the website that was literally named ZVI, so...
Probably.
They need at least 2 more Z's
Yeah.
in there. It should be like a double Z on each end.
Yeah, my name is...
My name is... said like Ruby Rod.
Yeah, I get it.
All right. So, the second article. They have been called a, quote, death cult and a murder gang, and supposedly their bizarre beliefs are influenced by ideas that sprang up on a popular online tech forum. Little is otherwise known about the Zizians, other than that the body count allegedly connected to the group only continues to grow.
Jesus Christ.
So far, at
Holy
least 2
shit.
murders, which we have talked about, have been tied to the people allegedly connected to the group. Curtis Lind, an 82-year-old, I didn't say he was 82 in the other one.
Holy shit.
An 82-year-old landlord was stabbed to death in Vallejo, California on January 17th, and not long afterward, a Border Patrol agent, David Meland, was shot to death during a traffic stop in Vermont. There's 2 suspects in those separate, but according to police, potentially related criminal cases. Maximilian Snyder, 22, and Teresa Youngblood, 21, are believed to share a marriage license, although it is unclear whether they're actually married. Snyder was recently arrested for the Vallejo murder. Youngblood has been taken into custody for the lethal incident in Vermont. On Friday...
Lord forbid they live in sin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And separate, too. On Friday, new reports suggested additional killings might also be tied to the group. All right, I'm going to have to take a break for a second. Hold on.
They sound like online edgelords, for Christ's sake.
They kind of do, yeah. Mike is taking a quick bio break, so we're going to continue for a second and talk about this. I just... Fuck. I said that, and now I can't think of anything. David, how does this make you feel so far?
Like, again, I feel like the universe is pushing me towards this this Dead Internet 4 thing, because like I think we started getting into it, especially with like the cult of personality around like Elon Musk and Sam Altman, that sort of thing. There's this kind of cult element that's being attached to AI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're pursuing that like general artificial intelligence element, but then also their belief of like how it will like rewrite society and everything like that. And I'm very curious. I'm probably gonna have to look this thing up because I feel like there is a connection to the effective altruist movement.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be some surprising links between them.
Yeah.
Sounds
David,
about right.
David, I'm going to make a rule. You get one Dead Internet Theory episode a year.
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to end it at that like first two, and then,
I think no one expected that to be the last one. I know I didn't.
Yeah, but no, it's just again, this is like number one. It sucks that like at least two people have died so far.
So far.
Far.
Yeah.
So, all right. Where was I?
You said others.
Did you wash your hands?
Shh, we're not going to talk about that.
Damn it, Mike.
It's my own computer.
It's your computer. You get diphtheria.
Yeah.
Jesus.
On Friday, new reports suggesting additional killings might have also been tied to the group. Police are currently searching for 32-year-old Michelle J. Zajko,
God damn.
who is suspected of having purchased firearms that were later used in the shooting in Vermont.
What the
NBC has reported. It has been reported that Zajko, Z-A-J-K-O, yeah. Zajko, however you say
Let's
that.
go with that.
Zajko's parents, Richard and Rita Zajko, were shot to death at their home in Pennsylvania in 2022.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
The Zajko's death remain unsolved, although it's considered to be a double homicide by police.
Do you think?
To complicate things further, the figure known as Ziz, who has been described as the quote flag bearer of the group and whose online writings are said to have inspired the group's formation, is currently in custody in Pennsylvania. Ziz's legal name is Jack Lasota. Lasota, who has quote connections to some of the key players in the California case, has been charged by police with obstructing law enforcement and disorderly conduct, the Associated Press has reported. Even more weirdly, Lasota was previously thought to be dead.
Holy shit.
Dude, what?
Wow.
AP writes that in the summer of 2022, the U.S. Coast Guard responded to reports that Lasota had fallen into the San Francisco Bay.
I'm getting whiplash from this, y'all.
Subsequently, an obituary for him was published, and his mother also seemed to confirm he had died.
And he's just sitting there reading the paper, laughing like an asshole.
AP writes.
Yeah.
God, this has twists. This has more twists than fucking, I don't know, a racetrack.
I was going to say,
I'd say I'm like Shyamalan, but yeah.
No, M. Night has one twist. This has like twists on twists. This has more twists than a breadstick. However, Lasota subsequently popped back up in Vallejo and was said to have been contacted by police at the site of yet another crime.
What the hell?
It should heavily caveated that all of these connections are only alleged, and there is a whole hell of a lot more we do not know about who these people are or what's going on. No shit.
I know I'm confused.
I need a string board for all this. Like, this is layers.
Just like Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike's going to turn into Charlie just with a cigarette. He
It's
doesn't
all
even smoke.
connected. All we really know at this point is that at least 6 people are dead.
God
and
damn.
all of the deceased seem to share ties, if so far only tangential ones, to this group. The tenets of the Zizian belief system are difficult to understand, although it has been described as a philosophy that applies scientific and technological concepts to human decision-making.
Now, do you know why they're so hard to understand?
They're
Because everybody that keeps figuring it out gets shot.
Yeah. Well, no, I think they're shooting people that don't figure it out.
I don't know, man.
They have also been characterized as supporting an extreme form of veganism and are said to be an offshoot of the rationalist movement that was fostered in the less wrong form. Okay, that's just stuff we already covered last time. So that's it. That's the two
So,
very, very bizarre
I've
stories.
already bookmarked their website. This is going to have to be an episode, I think, just going through their... Yeah. This is...
yeah, I have to do another cult.
I'm glad I could supply the
Oh my God, you
content.
guys. How to perform unihemispheric sleep.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I'll say this. I prefer the dead children story than this.
It
Yeah.
sounds like they're just like staying up, never sleeping at all and thinking they're like, running on half their brain.
Man, if I had a
so
quarter
they're
for every
psychotic.
time Rocco's basilisk was mentioned tonight, I would have 2 quarters because this source has Rocco's basilisk mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but it's odd that it was twice in one night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That was
some shit
look,
there.
I saved
intense
those
as
based
fuck.
on headline alone, and I did not read the full articles. And wow, that was way more buck wild than I could have hoped for.
Exactly.
That felt like going on the track on Top Gear. We went through Gambond, and now we're okay.
Oh, man.
Wow, Mike. Just wow. I don't even know how to follow that the fuck up, man.
I think Mike should do the episode about this cult.
Oh,
I
God.
want Mike to write this episode.
Mike's got a few I want him to write.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yep.
Thank you for that, Mike, because goddamn.
Yes.
David,
Mm-hmm.
break the rules.
Okay, I've got 2. Again, these are short. First I'm gonna hit you with the hard hitting journalism here. Are you and Mike safe right now? Because there is a felonious character running around Mississippi right now, and I'm worried for you guys.
If you're talking about our horrible governor, Tater Tot, we're aware.
Well, okay. That's not quite what this is. So this is an article by Ben Hooper for UPI.
Ben who?
Mississippi police seek escaped emu for felony fleeing and disorderly conduct.
Okay,
Oh, Jesus.
that's funny. I've got something to follow that up with real quick when you're done.
Oh, no, absolutely. Okay, so this is February 12th. Police in Mississippi are asking residents to be on the lookout for an unusual suspect wanted for felony fleeing and disorderly conduct, an emu. The Batesville Police Department said that the escaped emu was last seen on Highway 6 near the Co-op and Hyundai dealership in Batesville. Something about that just tickles me.
Yep.
Police shared a wanted poster for Emu the Great, saying the Australian native bird is wanted in disorderly conduct. Quote, please use all caution if you come in suspect. The poster reads, it is known to charge at anyone standing in the way of its freedom. The
Holy
department
crap.
cautioned anyone who spots the emu not to honk their car horns. Quote, she is scared and the owners have got a team helping them to get her back home safe, the post said. If you spot her, please notify us. We will get in touch with the owners.
Good God.
And that's the article.
Okay.
The poster is amazing.
Now, before you move on to your next one with that,
Mm-hmm.
this is not the first time North Mississippi has had an emu problem. Louisville, Mississippi, up around Starkville, had a problem where some dude had emus and he was going to raise them. And he ended up with one left and he just let it out. So for like the next 10 years, nothing happens in Louisville except for like severe weather.
Mm-hmm.
So every week or so, well, we've had another emu sighting.
It's a fucking cryptid at that point.
It is. It is the fucking Louisville emu, or emu, however you want to say it.
I got something.
Oh, yeah.
I got something to top that.
Oh, boy.
So in San Antonio, where I live, we have a whole near the hospital district. We have a whole area, like a whole neighborhood full of fucking peacocks for some crazy ass reason.
Oh no!
Like there's literally peacocks. You could, like they'll be on the lawn, they'll be on cars.
Mm-hmm.
They just roam the area.
Right.
Nobody bothers them.
Yeah.
Well, several, like, I don't know how long ago this was. Probably at least 20 years ago.
Are you talking about
to show
Disney?
my age? No,
Oh.
no. I was driving through some back roads, and I passed by a very large, it was a house on a very large plot of land. It had a fence, nice kind of kind of white wood crisscross fence. And as I'm driving past, I see something behind the fence that I was really not expecting at all. In Mississippi, you drive around, you see horses, you see cows. I did not expect a zebra.
Okay.
And then another zebra. There were 2 zebras in the front yard of this house.
Wow. I bet those people have really strong opinions about what people can go to a golf course.
Yeah. I mean, the mental disconnect when you see zebras just on the side of the road, not on the side of the road, but, from your car.
Right.
Oh, and so I did see kind of a cryptid thing the other night.
Oh,
really?
For real?
Kind of. It was, I know what it was, but it scared me at first.
Mm-hmm.
I even told Kevin about this because I forgot. I was driving to a friend's house, and in the dark on the side of the road was something. So I'm in the car, right? It is staring at me at eye level. At first, I thought it was a small albino moose.
Oh, shit.
But it turns out it was a white Great Dane.
Oh, shit.
Just standing in someone's yard.
Them fuckers are huge.
Yeah, it was gigantic.
I mean, you think Scooby-Doo's not a big dog.
Yeah, but
Those motherfuckers
no,
are big.
not Great Dane. What's the kind of dog that Marmaduke is?
That's a Great Dane.
That's a
kind
Great
of
Dane.
flaps.
Yeah, he's a Great
Yeah.
Dane.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess Scooby-Doo kind of does have flaps.
Yeah, well,
I'll tell you what Marmaduke is. He's a barrel of laughs.
Yes.
No, he isn't.
Okay.
Don't even lie.
But yeah, this dog was eye level to me sitting in a car.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
So yeah,
That's a big one.
and I didn't realize it was a dog until I was already like swerving out of the way and like freaking out, like what the fuck? Oh, it's a very large dog.
Oh, that's great.
The dog just stared at me like, "What's up?"
What's up? And then
You
morphed
moved it.
into Snoop Dogg, and he started doing some really sick rhymes.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm old.
We've got a Mormon family, a rich Mormon family in the area has a bunch of like they've got like zebras and stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
it's one of those things people like drive by and they'll pull over to park to look at the unique animals,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
ostriches and everything like that, llamas, etc.
Ooh.
Yamas.
Llamas.
So, David, what's your other story there?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured I'd do a feel good one.
Oh, good.
So this is by Ben Hooper again at UPI.
Oh,
because it
Ben.
was in the related tab of the article that I had just read.
See, the first time you said his name, I thought you said Pooper. Which is
Get your mind
why
out of the toilet.
no.
A possum eats entire Costco chocolate cake in Nebraska yard.
That poor thing.
Aw.
Oh, it sounds like the possum's living his best life here. Anyway, let's go. And a possum was treated at a Nebraska okay, fair enough, at a Nebraska animal hospital after wandering into a family's backyard and gorging itself on an entire chocolate mousse cake from Costco.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, from Costco.
Become ungovernable.
Eat the cake.
Kim Doggett said that the cake had been placed on a table in her Gretna backyard because she ran out of room in the fridge.
Those are
Quote,
fresh.
I always have a house full and we cook a lot, and when you run out of food in the fridge, room in the fridge, you just sit it on the table outside in the winter, Doggett told Forbes.
Okay, I was going to say, that makes a little more sense than just, I'm going to sit it out in the sun.
Right? She said her son took some fresh-made peanut butter balls outside to cool and discovered an opossum was curled up on the outdoor sectional, which was covered in chocolate paw prints.
Oh.
Oh. Poor thing.
Quote, the cake had been knocked off the table and was sitting on the floor in front of where she was, Doggett told the Omaha World Herald. They quoted like Forbes and the Omaha World Herald. This is a big story.
This is a far-traveled story.
That's a maybe slow day for news, I guess.
Right? The cover was off and it was almost gone. The opossum was not moving and appeared to be panting. He had the cake sweats.
Oh my God.
Quote, the opossum looked a little distressed, she said. We thought we better call the Humane Society and get the guy checked out. Doggett said she couldn't find any information online on whether chocolate is dangerous to opossums, but she knew the treat was toxic to dogs, so she figured it was better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
My name's Wilford Brimley the raccoon.
Oh, can you imagine a raccoon version of Richard Brimley?
That cake's the right thing to do and the tasty way to do it.
A Nebraska Humane Society animal control officer took the opossum to Nebraska Wildlife Rehab, which posted a photo of the animal to social media along with the intake note reading, quote, "Opossum was brought in due to having eaten an entire chocolate cake."
Oh,
That's hilarious.
Quote, "Everybody was posting that this was their spirit animal."
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I believe it.
Veterinarians treated the opossum with an activated charcoal to neutralize any potential toxicity from the chocolate. She was also found to have a high level of lead insects. The opossum is now being treated for the lead in her system and will be released in a few weeks, rehab officials said.
Oh.
Quote, "With some time in rehab and a diet reset, this chocoholic should be stabilized enough to return to the wild, but until then, she's definitely a little cranky about our strict zero chocolate policy,"
dude,
rehab said on social media.
Dude, they're going to release this
that.
thing and find it in like a week, and he's going to be dressed like Marlon Brando from the island of Dr. Moreau, going to have the ice bucket on its head.
It starts
Bring
leading
me
other
the
opossums
cake.
to like candy shops wearing trench coats.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, that is
opossums
hilarious.
stacked on each other.
Bring me the cake, boys.
Just gonna ambush people walking out of like a candy store for their chocolate.
The picture's pretty adorable. Like the opossum's like clearly not happy, but they're adorable.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we can all... I'm looking at that. He's definitely got that whole become ungovernable look.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh
adorable.
no, it's a she. It was a she.
She.
Opossum.
Oh.
Good for her. But yeah, no, like very gremlin energy, which I appreciate.
Very much
Yeah.
so.
So yeah, that was my story.
That's cute.
Hilarious.
I'm really
Yeah,
glad
That's,
this
that's a
one...
good palate cleanser right there.
I'm glad this one didn't end with death.
No,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
possum's fine. In fact, this chocolate cake incident may have saved her life.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, guys, we're down to my segment. My segment. Not my article, my segment. And we're not doing Phantoms and Monsters. Oh, no. We're going to do Reddit already.
Oh boy.
And I have selected one of two posts from r/UFOB or UFBA. UFOB. Sorry, UFOB. Guys, do you want option 1 or option 2?
Let's let our guests decide.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, you doom us all. You doom us all.
Yeah, you doom us.
Okay, let's go option 2.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what you didn't choose real quick. Are you guys familiar with the CE scale? The Close Encounter scale?
Yeah,
that's
let's
the
count as first,
X
second,
kind.
third.
Yeah, there's
I haven't
like...
heard about that one, no.
But yeah, Close Encounter 1 is like you see lights, 2, blah. 3 is encountering the occupants of a UFO. And that's as far as J. Allen Hynek got, because that's all that is actually real. Well, the Kooks have come up with CE5, which is psychic communication with a UFO. And the one you didn't choose is CE5, a 7-day trial and its resulting experiences. Like like they subscribe to it for a 7-day free trial.
Oh, God.
Again, that's the one you didn't choose. What you did choose, the user is Incognito Coward. The post, the serial UFO debunker, a psychological profile. So, Mike, they've nailed you.
Okay.
All right. So, Mike, I'm going to read this to you, and I want everyone to figure out how accurate this is toward Mike. All right.
Sure.
All right. So, the serial UFO debunker, a psychological profile. Sorry for the long post. I've tried to make it as easy to read as possible. UFO and UAP discussions are often met with relentless skepticism, spelled correctly, sometimes to the point of outright hostility.
Oh, yeah, that's Mike, 100%.
Unlike forums dedicated to religion, philosophy, or language.
Oh, yeah, those never have, dissenters.
Where disagreement is often about interpretation rather than the legitimacy of subject itself. UFO info and discussion seem uniquely prone to having their foundation challenged by outsiders. The kind of person that joins a UFO UAP forum just to dismiss the subject is a weird one. What? Unlike normal skeptics who just ignore stuff they don't believe in, this person feels compelled to jump in and shut it down.
I feel seen.
Fuck off. Not because they're curious, but because they want to discredit, ridicule, or derail the whole thing. So, first set of bullet points. What they're like. Point 1. Thinks they're the smartest person in the room. They see believers or open-minded people as dumb, irrational, or easily fooled. It's not about figuring out what's true. It's about making sure they look smarter.
How did they get access to your psychological profile, Mike? And that's what I want.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of shocked. 2, worship science, quote unquote, but doesn't really get it. They act like they're defending science, but they actually treat it like a religion. Real science is about being open to unknowns, but these people refuse to even consider anything that doesn't fit what they already believe.
Now, Kevin, can you confirm to me that Mike does indeed have a science shrine? Because I believe he does.
I bought him a skeptic hat.
Fair enough. That's
all right.
Part of the religion.
Yeah, I do. I can say I do have a shrine over here to Sial, the god of science.
Sial? Wow, never heard of him. Cool. All right.
Nice.
Point 3, afraid of looking stupid. They've been taught UFOs are a joke, and they need to keep believing that. If they admit there's something legit going on, then they might have been wrong their whole life, and their ego can't handle that.
You nailed, buddy.
Yeah, man. That's all you... Sorry, what was that, Andrew?
I said leaving no stone unturned, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Low-key scared. Some people just can't deal with the idea that UFOs might be real. Whether it's aliens, secret tech, or something even weirder, it freaks them out. So they attack the topic instead of thinking about it.
Why didn't I just think about it?
I don't know, Mike, you fucking noob. What the fuck?
I mean, as soon as I see someone talking about UFOs, I go, man, fuck that. That's just a bird.
Man, I remember somebody said UF one time talking about something, and you just stuck your fingers in your ears and started going la 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 la.
Oh yeah.
Like the minute we start talking about UFOs or anything, like there's always a sandcastle nearby, and he always kicks it.
I know, straight into our faces. Jesus, Mike.
Yeah.
So, last point of this list, trolls and time wasters. Not all of them even care about the topic. Some just like to cause chaos for fun, start fights, or mess with people.
I like messing with people.
Yep. It's fairly well written here, but then there's, instead of people, it's PPL. So, people.
Yeah,
well, like, I mean, why do you do this, Mike?
Yeah.
I'm moral failings within myself.
Well, you know what, David? I'm glad you asked that, and Mike had some form of answer, because the next list is, why do they do it?
Well, Kevin, tell me, why do I do it?
Okay, they do it for the ego boost, is point 1.
Yep, my ego totally got to boost it.
It makes them feel smarter than, quote, crazy UFO people.
Yep.
All right, number 2, blind belief.
Yep.
They don't think they're biased, but they are.
I mean, everybody has bias, but
Yeah, not the people of UFOB though.
No.
3, maybe it's their livelihood. Wait, what?
Oh,
Not saying all of them are paid to disrupt, but oh my God, this guy's saying they're all shills. But history shows govs and intelligence agencies have done this before. Wouldn't be shocking if they still do.
Soros and BlackRock both pay me to be a skeptic.
Wow.
I got
Mike,
that double
Follow
dip.
the money. Follow the money.
Mike, can you cut us in on that a little bit?
No,
Since,
no,
they're debunking us.
They only pay me $5 a year, so it's not a whole lot to go around.
Mike, you're not doing great.
No, I'm not. I'm not a
And
very
why is
smart
that money going
businessman.
into the Patreon?
Yeah, for real. Last point of this one. To control and feel in control.
Yep. Control freak here.
Yep, I've never seen you relinquish control. At the end of the day, these people aren't here to discuss anything. They want to control the convo, shut it down, and make sure people don't take UFOs seriously.
Can I just come out and say, like, yeah, I mean, there's been instances when we've recorded and Mike has, like, pushed me down and pulled down my pants and laughed at me.
Yes.
Well, yeah, okay.
You deserved it.
Yeah, he did point at you and go, tiny weenie, ooh baby, tiny weenie. And
That's quite the feat to be able to do that from halfway across the country.
it was pretty impressive. You and your Inspector Gadget arms.
Yes.
So,
I
lastly...
programmed a Roomba to pants David.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Actually, I don't want to see his butt, but I would like to see a Roomba program to do that.
yeah.
And lastly, what is their worldview, Mike?
Yeah.
What do you think your worldview is? And then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
My worldview. I mean, that's quite a broad subject.
Yep.
I mean, why don't you just tell me what my worldview is?
Okay.
Because I obviously can't.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll just tell you what you believe.
Yes.
1, the fanatical believer in the mundane world hypothesis. Wait, what? What? This person is absolutely convinced that everything, no matter how strange, unexplainable, or well documented, must have a boring, ordinary explanation.
Well, I mean, kind of true, but
Yeah,
kind of insulting way to put it. But
sure. To them, there are no mysteries, only misunderstandings, hallucinations, and hoaxes. If a pilot sees an object moving at impossible speeds, it's just a balloon. If radar confirms it, then the radar must be broken. If multiple eyewitnesses describe the same thing, they're either lying or confused. No amount of evidence will ever be enough because their belief isn't based on logic. It's based on the need for the world to remain predictable and unthreatening. And then just an addendum, they scoff at the idea that UFOs could be anything unusual, yet they hold on to absurd explanations with religious devotion, even when those explanations make less sense than the event itself.
Yeah, owls, swamp gas, really, Mike? Really?
It's starting to feel like Kevin's using this as an opportunity to just attack me.
Sir, I am an actor performing a character,
Sure.
sir.
Silence, heretic.
Sir.
This is your witch trial.
Yeah, I got it a few weeks ago. It's your fucking turn. To them, acknowledging an unknown would be worse than being wrong. It would mean admitting that their worldview isn't as solid as they thought, and certainty, i.e., dogmatism, is most important to them.
Wow, it's like someone distilled the essence of Mike into
Yeah.
a single Reddit post.
Yeah. Very first response
Yeah, how'd they take that?
is from Baron Greywatch. In the first sentence, that doesn't really explain why they bother wasting their time here. It's got to either be a completely delusional idea that they are helping, or it's actually part of their paid gig. Although, I guess humans aren't exactly always clever, and some could just be trolls, as you say. Boggles the mind a bit. I love how everyone in this subreddit assumes that if you're a debunker, you're being paid.
How can I get in on that?
I want in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a believer, but like, I will take money to discredit them.
We'll shill for money.
Yeah, no, contact
Okay.
me, 3-letter agencies.
I'm gonna read just one line from a comment, and I'm gonna ask you a question, Mike. So,
Okay.
this is from Quarks for Brains.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm looking at that one.
Yeah, I suspect that for a number of them, their beliefs and behaviors are fear-based. Mike, why are you so afraid of the truth?
What are you scared of, bitch?
I mean, I'm afraid that, if I say the aliens are real, then all the other skeptics are going to point and laugh at me.
Dude, I just read part of the comment from Chaotic Rant. I'm just going to read the most important part, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I like that you're bringing attention to this, but in the future, I would encourage you to spell entire words out.
I was just about to fucking say that.
Oh my God.
So many people don't spell the words out.
Attacking their grammar, though, like that's pretty weak. That's pretty weak.
Yeah,
Saying.
weak argument.
Oh, wow. Okay. There is a really good response here. Nonsense and not helpful. Assigning negative traits to those you disagree with is for 12-year-olds. I disagree too, but they aren't wholly bad people.
And they're at 0 on their Reddit.
Yep, not a single. Yeah, it like a 0, and you automatically get a 1 when you post.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Wow.
So I guess in my defense, do I have to defend myself?
I kind of feel
Absolutely.
like a child just ran up and called you a doo-doo head, and I
Yeah.
don't know that you really need to, but if you wanna.
I mean,
No, you pick the child.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah,
mean,
fuck that.
I think I've said it before that I would be very happy to say I'm wrong about any of these things. But the problem is extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Right? I mean, if I said, I could fart rainbows, but I never, provided proof to it, nobody's going to believe me, right?
I don't know. I saw you that one time.
Oh, who's going to want to stare at your butthole long enough to confirm it? That's
I mean-
the thing.
Well, then you're never going to find out my magical gift.
I don't know that I want your magical gift, Mike. No offense.
Do you actually fart rainbows? Because that's really specific.
It's pretty impressive.
I mean,
Yeah.
if by rainbows you mean something you can't see but can smell, maybe.
No, that's not a rainbow at all. What the fuck, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, you could taste the rainbow.
Oh no, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh God. Well, that's our show.
Yeah.
Andrew, I cannot thank you enough for being on the show. We had a really good time, and I wish you the best of luck with your project.
Yeah, we'll have to follow
Thank
it.
you.
I look forward to more updates from you. So please stick around in the Discord and let us know how everything's going. And we'll do updates until we have you on again.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, not a problem, man. So thank you everyone for listening. Don't forget to head to Oh, wait. How can they find you again?
Yes.
Oh, Blue Sky, Patreon, and my YouTube channel. Blue Sky Tom Chronicles, Patreon Tom Chronicles, and YouTube Tom Chronicles.
God dang, that is easy. Fantastic branding. So there you go. Tom Chronicles across everything. So, again, thank you for listening. You can find out everything you need to about the show on supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You will find a link to our Discord, our store, our Patreon, and various other things that I can't remember right now. So, before we close out completely, Mike, have you got any plugs?
No, I don't have hair plugs. That's
okay.
Elon.
How about butt?
Nope.
Okay. David,
nope, that's where the rainbow comes from.
David, have you got any plugs? David? Uh-oh. We lost David. I think his mic went out. So I don't have any plugs either. We're going to go ahead and close it out. So we'll see you next week with another Weekend Weird. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
I'm sure David's saying bye too. Yep, he's typing. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Taste the rainbow.
Oh, wow, he got kicked out.